It's time for Debrief, your quick wrap-up of TRT World's top stories from the week.
Sorry, sir. Just 1 second. I
help with this.
It's a message of defiance.
Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has left Islamabad after making a second visit to the capital in the past 24 hours. He's now on his way to Moscow to continue his diplomatic trip.
Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is going to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow.
From our side, we will do everything that is in your interest, in the interests of all nations in the region, so that peace is reached.
President Trump, however, cancelled a planned trip by his special envoys to Pakistan, saying there was no point in making a long trip if there was nothing substantive to discuss with Iran.
The Americans clearly have no strategy. This whole affair is ill-considered. I can't see what strategic exit the Americans are now opting for.
Tehran offered the US a new proposal to end the war on Tuesday. Iran suggested that the US lift its blockade of the Strait first and delay nuclear program talks. Only then would Iran's navy lift its own blockade on the Strait. On social media, Trump posted a photo of himself with a firearm and said, Iran, better get smart soon. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
House Democrats pressed Hegseth on the price tag of the war, so far at $25 billion and counting.
Will you acknowledge the economic cost? We have an incredible economic team that's managing this better than what the previous administration...
The United Arab Emirates is quitting OPEC and OPEC+.
The UAE has decided now is the time to chart its own path. It says the beginning of May will mark its withdrawal from the groups of major oil-producing nations.
Iran's supreme leader has issued a written statement criticising the US presence in the Gulf region.
Foreign actors who from thousands of kilometres away interfere with greed and sabotage have no place there except at the bottom of its waters.
Khamenei says the future of the Gulf will be without a US presence, stressing that new legal and management frameworks for the Strait of Hormuz will bring stability and economic benefits to the region.
A deadline that might have stopped U.S. involvement in the war with Iran is set to come and go.
The War Powers Resolution specifies that a war initiated by a president without congressional approval must be concluded within 60 days.
But the Trump team is making clear that because of the current ceasefire, the War Powers Resolution of 1973 is not valid.
Iran has delivered a new ceasefire proposal to the United States through mediator Pakistan.
In terms of the negotiation telephonically, they've made strides, but I'm not sure if they ever get there.
Well, crude oil prices soared to more than $126 a barrel for the first time in nearly 4 years.
Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has warned that Hezbollah's defiance will bring catastrophic consequences for Lebanon. His statement comes as Israel intensifies its strikes on what it calls Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon, despite an ongoing ceasefire between the two countries. Hezbollah has fired back at Israel. Its leader says the group doesn't recognize the ongoing negotiation.
We categorically reject direct negotiations. Let those in power know that their actions will neither benefit Lebanon nor themselves.
We start with breaking news, and organisers of the Sumud Flotilla heading to Gaza have said that the Israeli Navy is attempting to intercept them on international waters. Israel's state broadcaster has also confirmed this, saying its military has begun taking control of the boats.
Israel had decided to intercept this Global Sumud Flotilla hundreds of kilometers from its coast. Once again, this flotilla, as far as we know at the moment, is in international waters just off the coast of Crete.
They set sail carrying aid and a message. A global coalition of activists, around 70 vessels and nearly 1,000 participants attempting to break Gaza's maritime blockade.
We got first news from our friends of the flotilla. They was very front of us. They said that there are some vessels, military vessels, were approaching them.
The first time in this kind of circumstances, when we were
not so close to Gaza. It's more than 500 nautical miles.
Israel's foreign ministry says around 175 activists are now being taken to Israel for processing.
Hundreds of activists on a Gaza-bound aid flotilla, which was intercepted by Israeli forces in international waters off a Greek island, have disembarked in Crete. The Turkish Foreign Ministry says 20 Turkish nationals who were part of the mission will be arriving on a special flight to Istanbul at 16 GMT.
Here's the news in brief, where we bring you even more top stories.
On Saturday, many Palestinians in the occupied West Bank and Gaza went to the polls for municipal elections, Gaza's first in 20 years. After nearly 3 years of war and a ceasefire in name only, Israeli attacks have also stripped Gazans of their rights to democratically elect their future.
The elections are only taking place in Deir al-Balah. Some 70,000 people only will be allowed to vote. They did that because Deir al-Balah is the least bombarded or destroyed part of the Gaza Strip.
Voter turnout was low, reaching just over 50% in the West Bank and a mere 23% in Deir al-Balah. In the occupied West Bank, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas's Fatah secured most seats, while also picking up 6 seats in Gaza. While Hamas boycotted the political race, candidates seen as aligned with the group won 2 seats. Gaza's remaining 7 seats went to candidates not affiliated with either side. Over in Africa, separatists and an Al-Qaeda offshoot launched coordinated attacks across Mali over the weekend. The country's defense minister was killed in Saturday's attacks. The leader of Mali's military government, Assimi Goïta, made his first public appearance since the insurgency on Tuesday, calling the situation under control and vowing to neutralize the threats, launching airstrikes across the country. He also met with the Russian ambassador on Tuesday. Moscow said the rebels are regrouping and that its forces would stay in Mali to help the military government. Meanwhile, the rebels are threatening to siege the capital, Bamako. Still over the weekend, US President Donald Trump's dinner with journalists had to be cut short on Saturday after an armed man sprinted past security. The Secret Service rushed away the president, vice president, and several other administration officials, and the attacker was tackled before he could reach the ballroom. 31-year-old Cole Allen has been charged with attempting to assassinate the president. But Trump says he doesn't worry about getting shot at again.
It happening again, another assassination attempt.
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it at
If
all?
I did, I wouldn't be doing a very good job here. I'd be thinking about nothing but that. I don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Instead, he's more focused on building a ballroom so that this doesn't happen again. Speaking of the White House's hosting capabilities, the British King Charles III went to the US on Monday to mark the 250th anniversary of the US Declaration of Independence.
From the bitter divisions of 250 years ago, we forged a friendship that has grown into one of the most consequential alliances in human history. I pray with all my heart that our alliance will continue to defend our shared values with our partners in Europe and the Commonwealth and across the world.
And by allies, the king was referring to NATO and Ukraine. He reminded his audience that the only time NATO's collective defense article was used was after 9/11, and that defending Ukraine is necessary for lasting peace. All talking points the Trump administration likes to argue against. The British monarch's 4-day state visit came at a time when the US-UK relations are strained at best. Prime Minister Keir Starmer and President Trump have been at odds over the war in Iran. And many believe the king's trip was an opportunity to salvage what's been called the special relationship between the two countries.
You know, when you like the king of a country so much, it probably helps your relationship with the prime minister.
Trump and Starmer's personal ties aside, Charles's first big moment in the international spotlight was overall a big success and an opportunity for him to show off his sense of humor.
And here's what it's like to cover the stories behind the scenes.
Well, I work for TRT World. I'm their correspondent in occupied East Jerusalem, but I also cover Israel, the occupied Palestinian territory, as well as occupied East Jerusalem. For the last nearly 3 years now, 2.5 years. I mean, who could believe it? We've been covering one conflict after another. And I'm in Tel Aviv, in central Israel. Have been here for nearly 60 days, covering the Israeli-US war on Iran. So we've been covering almost every aspect of this war, the political side of it. Also, we've been covering the military side of it, the incoming missiles, rockets, drones. We are hearing a series of explosions taking place at this time, which means that that's very intense. I've personally noticed, and also from speaking to my colleagues in this war, that we haven't really seen as much of it as previous conflicts, is the amount of pressure that we are under from the government, from the military censorship. We can't go out and try to reach certain locations if we can't clear that with the military censor. And also the negative impact that we've been getting from even the public. It's not easy anymore reporting on the ground. It's not easy anymore going out and filming without being harassed, and also in some cases even attacked by people, and also harassed by the security forces, the military. The escalation on the battlefield reflects directly on our job. It puts a lot of pressure on us, but overall we've been able to report as objectively, independently as possible over the past many weeks. From day one on February 28th, my colleague Ashraf has been with me. We've been through a lot. We've been pretty much living together, and we have to take care of each other. If he's filming, I'm his eyes. And if I am also on camera doing a live hit or a stand-up or an interview, he's also watching. Everybody deals with these pressures in their own way. I am so lucky that I'm doing what I love to do. I hear you loud and clear. This has been my lifelong dream, to be a journalist. And to do what you love makes it a lot easier to deal with all the difficulties